Hello and welcome to Cracking the Cryptic. Now today I'm looking at a variant called Tic Tac Toe, and this puzzle is a practice puzzle for the Grand Prix round 4, which is happening this weekend actually. That's a useful reminder to me. I haven't entered it yet, so not much time left. I think we get tomorrow. Anyway, this Tic Tac Toe Sudoku, what are the rules? Each 3x3 box can be visualized as a game of tic-tac-toe or noughts and crosses, which has been won by a line of either odd digits or even digits, which is the only line of odd digits or even digits in the 3x3 box. And the grey line marks that winning line. So just to effectively recap that, as well as normal Sudoku rules, the grey lines represent a line of either odd digits or even digits, and there are no other three cell odd digits or even digits in each 3x3 box. So that's what we've got. Let's do try the puzzle. It's beneath the video on a link if you want, and I'm going to have a go now. So not quite sure how to begin this. Maybe bit of regular Sudoku, 6s there, put a 6 in one of those cells. 5s. We've got 5s there and there, so we can actually fill in a 5 here. Okay, that's interesting. That means this line is all odd cells. So this one must be 3 or 9. This must be 1, 3 or 9. 7s, there must be a 7 in one of those. Actually, maybe it makes more sense to look at the lines. So for instance, yeah, in this box, these 3, if they're odd, we know what they are. They're 3, 7 and 9. And actually, we know which order they're in. If they're even, they're 4, 6 and 8, and we know which order they're in. That's quite interesting. So if they're even, they are 6, 4 and 8 because 2's already in the box. Now there are a couple of 6's shown and an 8 down here. So we know that that order would be 6, 8, 4. Now if they're odd, they're 3, 7 and 9. Those two cells are both seen by 7's. So the 7 would be here. That 9 would then make this a 3 and this a 9. So these are either 6, 8, 4 or 3, 7, 9. Actually, I don't know how helpful that is to put that in. I don't know. Interesting. 7, one of those is... yes, okay. Right, this isn't a... That's good. Yes, 7 here and 7 here and 7 here restricts 7 to one of those two cells. But in fact, this cell can't be a 7. And that's because there can be no unmarked odd or even line. So this diagonal with 9 and 3 on it would be marked if that was a 7. So this is a 7. This must be an even line. So 4 or 8 there, 2 or 4 there. That could be any of them. Let's get rid of the 7. But that means that 1 must be here. So let's put in a 1 there. That gives us a 1 down here. That makes this line an odd line. This one must be 5. It can see 1, 3, 7 and 9. This is 3 or 9. That is interesting. Okay, we've got 1 here and 1 here, so we can fill in 1 here. And this line is odd as well. This one's 3. It can see 1, 5 and 7 and 9. This is now 5 or 7. I reckon it's 5, but I can't prove that. Right, the last one. Another 1. Okay, follow these 1s around. And now this line's odd as well. So this is a 3 or a 5, and this is a 3 or a 9. Okay, interesting. If this was odd, which seems a bit unlikely to me, but it would be 3, 9, 7, and this can't be 7. Yes, there's nowhere for 7 to be if this was odd. In fact, the fact that we've put 7 in one of those means this line must be even. So this is 4 or 8. This is any of the even numbers, and this one is 2 or 4. Now, I mean, this negative constraint that we used here is quite important. Haven't managed to use that elsewhere. Possibly that means I'm missing something. But up here now, 6, 5, 7, 1, 9, 8. If this was odd, that would be 3. No, it can't. Okay, it can't be odd because the 3 digits would have to be 1, 3, and 9. And none of them can be a 1 given the placement of those ones. In fact, they put a 1 up here. Should probably have done that first. That gives us a 1 there. So this is even as well. So 2, 4 there. Any of the even numbers there. And 2, 4 or 8 there. This one, we don't know the parity of this yet. It could be 2, 4 or 8 in various combinations. If it was odd, that would be 9. This would be 3. This would be 5. That is still possible. In fact, look at the 5s. Sorry, I'm taking this a bit haphazardly, but those 5s prove where 5 goes in this box, and it's here on the line. So they are odd. That's 9, as I said. 5, 1, 9. Oh, I thought I'd restricted that, but it looks like it can be 3 or 7. 7 must be in one of these 2 cells for what it's worth. Now, how else can... So all the lines, we've got possibilities on them. We know what parities they are. Actually, apart from this one, that hasn't been... but look, there we've put the 9 there, and that does determine this is an odd line, an even line. Oops, sorry, I'm using the wrong key. 4, 8, and 6 there. Right. So where does 7 go in this box? Well, those 2 7s mean it must be here. And then we've got 3 and 9 as a pair there. Yeah, I mean, this is falling out quite nicely now. I mean, it's a nice puzzle. I like the setup of this. It's fun to solve, but I don't think this has probably been the hardest example. I guess the one in the competition will be a bit harder. It might be interesting to come back to that at some point and give it a go. Let's just... This can't be 2, this can't be 2. The 2 in the final column must be here. And that resolves this as a 4. 3, 6, and 5. Okay, one of those must be 3 for this row at the top. And that means this isn't 3, so that's 9. That resolves the 3, 9 pair here. That puts the 3 in the top row here. 6 and 5, we can complete that line. That makes that row column. That makes that 7. Yeah, and this one's coming out quite nicely now. 5 there, 6 there. That's a 4, 8 pair on the line. So this is 5 here. What else have we got? That's a 9. That's been resolved by this 3. That puts the 9 in this bottom central box there. Makes that a 9. I think we've done all the 9s now. 7 is now there, not there. 3, no, we don't know there. What would be the quick way? 4, 7, that's not 6, so that's a 2, 8 pair. So that means 3 and 9 have to go in those, in those 2 cells. The 4 at the top now has fixed this 8. This is a 2, the last possible cell in the column. The only place amongst these 3 that a 7 can go is here, so that's resolved that. That's not a 7 now. And really we're just finishing off. The only 2 in row 6 must be there. These 2 can't be 8 because of 8's there, so that has to be 8. That fixes the 2-8 pair and the 2-4 pair over here. This must be a 2 to complete the column. 1, 9, 5, 2, 1. 6, 8 and 3 in column 7. They must be like that. 4 and 8. 4 and 3 here, so 4 on the line because it's even, and that gets us done. So that's a nice puzzle, and I am looking forward to the one in the competition as well. Neat puzzle by Akash there, very good. I hope you enjoyed that. Not too strenuous a workout, I hope, once you got used to the rule, and as long as you remembered that there can't be any other lines that are all odd or all even within the 3x3 boxes. It's quite a simple rule and well expressed, so a nice puzzle. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed that. Hope to see you again soon on Cracking the Cryptic, and bye for now.